Sagittarius, Jupiter is in a really activated position this week, and we're going to get into it. I will discuss the astrology all throughout this reading. We're going to begin with a little bit of it. Sagittarius, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I'm Michelle. Welcome to my tarot table. This reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. It's an energy reading, so apply it to wherever in your chart it applies. Let it resonate in whatever area of your life it applies. If it sounds romantic, but it's happening in your work life, then that's where it resonates. And this reading comes to you at the time it's supposed to come to you. We are going to go over how the new moon is impacting you. But remember, when the energy happens, is like a pebble in a pond. That's when it touches down. But who knows when the ripples are going to actually get to you. So even if it's 6 months or 6 years from now, this reading comes to you when you need to hear it. Please remember that I always create an extended reading, and that link is down below in the description box, and I'll pin it to the top of the comment section as well. I have 3 cards in front of me, and every single one of them has to do with you need to stick up for yourself because something has been on your mind. Now let's discuss Jupiter a little bit, okay? Jupiter is your ruling dignitary, so whatever Jupiter is doing is going to impact you, and it is the primary cause of the energy that is impacting you this week, or any week. Jupiter is now currently at 0 degrees Aries. It is retrograding all the way back into its home domicile of Pisces, where it will be conjunct Neptune again. This is a very spiritual place for it. Think of it as like the Pope, the High Holy One, really reaching and discovering for different like soul purposes and spiritual reasons, spiritual purposes. It almost goes full on like not monk as in cloister, but religious fanatic. Think of it that way, where it's not going to tolerate any shit that isn't spiritually aligned, and it is quincunx to this Venus-Sun conjunction in Scorpio. So in other words, Jupiter is not taking any shit. It's basically saying if you want things to move forward and you want these opportunities, you got to cut the crap, cut through the shit. It's you, it's everybody around you. You're just not tolerating any more bullshit is what's happening. And there's another square that I'm a little bit concerned with. I think it's between Jupiter and Mars, which means that you might have some hang-ups or catch up, like in terms of like my sister, she's a Sagittarius. What's up, Tree? She's having mobility issues. There could just be issues about being able to take action or physical stamina because Mars is going into retrograde. So this can cause some challenges. It does not mean it's designed to do you in. It's definitely meant to just make you choose the stuff that's only the most important and act upon the things that really, really get your goat. And I think that the primary ones are going to be with facades and bullshit and like really almost making sure that those things that haven't gotten the credit that they really deserve finally get the credit that they really deserve, because you're done with the glamour and you're done with the subterfuge. You're done with all of that crap, and you're just like, okay, but let's get back to the real. Like, who is for real? Who is really aligned with God? What ideas are really aligned truly and peacefully and purely? And anything else, it's just super expose and like blowing them up is what it is. Not like blowing it up like an explosion, but calling them out is basically it. Since Mars is in Gemini, there seems to be discussions and conversations that'll be coming up a lot this week. Now, I'm doing this reading. It comes out on the new moon. I really encourage you to watch the Scorpio reading and the Libra reading, because those 2 readings, and later on this week, and then the Leo reading from Friday. I really encourage you to watch those, because these are the primary signs that are impacted and affected by this new moon. You might also want to watch the Taurus reading too, because Taurus is heavily affected, but definitely watch that Scorpio reading. It should sum up a lot for you. I think the Libra reading will enlighten you as well. They both come out today, so it's a little bit easier for you. So what's primarily being affected or impacted, especially by Jupiter, is the Sun and Venus. And that's why I told you, go watch the Leo and the Libra reading and the Scorpio reading, because it's all going down in Scorpio. And it's all about things that have been hidden by false facades, coming out and being challenged by someone like you, by that Jupiterian energy. So challenging those things that just don't fit. We have groundhog spirit. So something has been bugging you. It's been eating away at your heart. What has it been? It could be a deep sadness, this suffering, but I think it's more something that has been repressed, because it is groundhog, so it's been kept underground. It's got to do with your psyche. So whatever's playing out in your psyche right now has got to come up, has got to be excavated. It's you doing the work to dig out, what's causing the holes in my garden, right? What's causing this infection? What's causing this sickness? Everything looks so nice on the surface, but it isn't. And you're willing to go deep with this and, suss it out. Then we have know your worth, which is self-esteem. And I think that's kind of, for you guys, this is saying you're getting pissed about something and it's been sitting on your heart for a while, and you just want to fucking say it. You just want to confront it, and you want to call it out, because you do love you and you do feel good about you, or you want to get to the nitty gritty of, I got to love myself better. And whatever it is that I have been doing, or I've been allowing other people to do to me, or I've been allowing in my life that has been harming me, this is a sense of, I'm not going to allow it anymore. I'm going to dig out the infection, if you will, and then take time out, which is give yourself some time off, take a break, or stick up for yourself, defend yourself. That came out, I think, early on, this sense of defend. I want you to be able to see the cards. Be able to defend yourself this week. Finally being able to stick up for yourself. Even if the sticking up for yourself, Sagittarius, is about digging in deep and digging deeper and go further. If you've known for a while that something is up with whatever area of your life it's up in, and I feel like this has been weighing on you for a while, so it could be years. This is a sense of, this moon is going to burn it the fuck off. This moon is not handling that shit. It's just not tolerating it, because it's all opposite Uranus. And Uranus insists on the truth, and it also will reveal things and quantify the reality of things, and it will challenge anything that needs to change. So there is definitely this sense of almost like you want to break through. You want to change. You want the change to happen. So whatever has been repressing you or sitting heavy on your chest, this is the time when you go all Hulk mode and get it the fuck off me. Because it's a way of sticking up for yourself. It's a way of sticking up for your right to be who you are completely and fully. So whatever has been sitting on you and repressing you, that is definitely something that you have got to excavate. Excavate those things that have been tying you down. Let's pull a moon card for you, because it's appropriate for this it's a new moon solar eclipse. I misspoke in last week's video. I said lunar eclipse. It is not a lunar eclipse, and that makes it for me even bigger. In the States, it's all going to be over by about 4 or 5 a.m., 6 a.m., depending on where you are. So since it's a solar eclipse, we're not going to be able to really witness it. But definitely over in the UK, you guys will be able to witness it. We had this whole discussion on my daily tarot, which reminds me, I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation, and I do daily tarot live chats every day over there. Come on over and enjoy it and join us. But basically, what I was saying over there was the fact that it's a solar eclipse, even though we don't get to witness it, we will definitely still experience the energy. And since the moon is dark on the new moon, the sun is also going to be dark. Actually, the new moon happened. This is what I love so much about it. The new moon happens right after the solar eclipse. So it happens during the dark moon. And the dark moon is when the moon is completely dark. The new moon is when it just starts that new beginning, that tiny little sliver. So technically it is a waxing crescent, but it's called a new moon. So this is just when light returns. Now, that means light is returning after a really dark period. And that is going to come through you or for you by you sticking up for yourself, you saying something and you digging something up that you could feel it. Almost like a fucking one of those, you know, those things you do in the sand, the coin detectors. You know it's there. And you're treshing it up. You're digging it up. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. New moon. Now, this is a new moon in Scorpio, which is opposite energy. But what it's saying is it's more got to do with your change. As well as change in financial situation, change in financial status, change in whatever it is that comes financially somehow. Maybe digging up some opportunity. I don't know what this is. Let's just keep reading. Remember, guys, I'm going to tell you what's going on now. We're going to go into a little bit of the past. You'll see the cards will fall out where they may. And then we'll start with the predictions of where this energy is going. I can tell you right now, a lot's happening between now and the new moon. And there is this sense. And then, yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, Golden Girls, I need you. I need my girls. Okay. Prosperity lies ahead. How and why and where, in what section of your life? Ace of Wands, that's you in a new beginning and a new start. So whatever new start, or like, it's almost like you're turning over a new leaf. There's also a sense of new inspiration. So definitely go ahead and commit yourself to a new job, a new task, a new, I don't know, new education, whatever it is, like go ahead and get those wheels turning, because this is saying that that's where your prosperity is coming, especially in those things you start now that are going to go into the future. You will raise your standards. You will raise your salary. You've got 2 Ace of Wands, which means this is a lucky opportunity that's been handed to you. Go for it. I think you've been thinking about this for a while. You've been wanting to go for it a while. Finally believe in yourself and make the investment. So it does reconfirm that yes, prosperity lies ahead in some sort of financial opportunity, career opportunity, job opportunity. 4 of Cups, you have been hemming and hawing over this. It's not that, it's almost like there's been something that you were choosing. It's like, I don't know, you had a selection, but you didn't know which one you wanted. Whatever's resonating with you, leave the comments below. I want to know. I want to know how this is resonating with you. Even if I don't comment back, I will definitely read the comments. So this is a sense of 4 of Cups. In some ways, maybe somebody didn't even know the opportunity that was offered to them, or maybe you weren't in a position to realize how good this opportunity is. It is saying that you are going to get an opportunity handed to you or offered to you. It is time to take it. This may have something to do with an opportunity that was offered to you in the past, but you didn't really realize, you weren't in a position where you could actually emotionally grasp that this was such a good opportunity. It's, you know, it was a lack of interest because emotionally you weren't ready. I think now you are starting to see that opportunity and you'll be able to grab that cup. So this could be sort of subverted, but kind of the third, like the third ace. Because so you have the Ace of Pentacles, so luck and fortune and opportunity with money. Ace of Wands, you're starting something new, a new interest, a new adventure. And then the Ace of Cups, which is love. There could be a little bit of, this came out a little bit in the past, so it's almost like feeling of disinterest. That's building up some tension into you too, a feeling of maybe not being appreciated or not being paid attention to. That's kind of stuck in you too. Could have something to do with how you're being treated at work. It doesn't necessarily have to do with your relationship, but it could also be that all of these things are impacting your relationship, and that's why you're not feeling as loved, because your ability to earn money has been it's been handicapped in some way, or your ability to yeah, or you don't feel like you're appreciated. You know, this is like feeling like disinterested, starting to get disinterested in cups of love or offers of love, and like it's just not turning you on anymore. I think that these breakthroughs will really help to solve those issues and those problems that you've been having. So once again, you have those opportunities. Let me try to put this down a little bit. You have the opportunities coming out in the Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands, a new beginning. This to me immediately says a new way to make money, maybe a new job offer. I think there was a little bit of disappointment too. You kind of felt like, uh-oh, something isn't working out. Let's see if it's going to work out. Let's see. Hold on. We have another thing. Forgiveness. Full moon. And this could be speaking too in terms of the time frame, speaking to, it's almost like now you're realizing where the trouble is. By the full moon, you've got to find a way to like pop it off, get rid of it, or it will come to a head at that point and finally be done. So forgiveness is here, like allowing yourself to not be tethered to this pain and this sadness and this suffering anymore. I feel like you've been stuck, and in a lot of ways you've been stuck because of major pain. And that's why Jupiter is pointed toward Scorpio right now. This sense of stop pretending, stop hiding. You're ready to forgive. You just need to know the truth to let go of, right? So that's kind of why you're digging, is you're like, I'm finding these answers because without these answers, I won't be able to move on. But with these answers, liberation, because I have so many opportunities that are waiting for me. But it's also saying, don't ignore this. The opportunities are coming in the future after you've gotten rid of and confronted all this heavy shit. Dude, I knew this new moon was not in any way, shape, or form going to be like joyous. It's going to be difficult. It's like having a 500-pound weight lifted off your chest, which seems like, oh, it would feel so good. It's eventually going to be the best thing that ever happened to you, but at first it hurts. It's like that weight has been sitting on your chest for so long that you kind of got used to it, right? So it's like when chains that have been digging in, like handcuffs that have been digging in, shackles, that's the word I was looking for, have been digging in. At first you're mad when somebody removes them because there's initial sting, there's pain, there's suffering, there's all this open wound, but it's the best thing that's ever happened to you. In the future, you'll see what a huge opportunity this was. I think right now there's just a sense of still not realizing what, still not being able to realize what an opportunity you have here. Seven of Cups is confusion, having too many choices or being very distracted. For some people, this could be too much drinking or deciding to drink too much or lose yourself or in escapism. But I think what's happening is too much distraction, maybe too much overindulgence is behind the major thing that's, I don't know, it's like exacerbating these issues. I don't think this is the cause of it. I think it's exacerbating the issues. This distraction, because none of it really, Seven of Cups is, some people say, oh, you're going to have a lot of choices. In some context, that's true. That's the way you would read the card. But in this, I think there's been a lot of choices that you've had floating around you, but you weren't happy with them. If you were happy with the choice, you would have been able to make it. So if you've been confused about something, it's because you haven't been presented with anything that you are really happy about. And so the only way to really work with that energy is to create something that you're happy about. Is if those choices aren't being given to you, then make your own choice. I think you're finally able to make a selection and make a choice. Seven of Cups, though, I want to go a little bit deeper into that. Spirit, can you clarify the Seven of Cups here? There was defeat. Yeah, confusion was defeating you. You're thinking too hard on something. It's almost like in some ways you were expecting the perfect offer and it wasn't coming. But we have the Knight of Cups here again. You didn't see. You didn't see the opportunity that was sitting almost right in front of you. I think your mind was too focused on a loss of some sort. What is this defeat? This is the offer or opportunity that's coming into your life that's actually going to clear up a lot. Knight of Cups is someone who is sincere, kind, giving, a generous spirit, usually a very poetic person. It could be somebody that you know, which would be a younger water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I just, okay, keep going, keep going. Clarify. Please clarify. It's time to start new. This is the Fool card. It's time to get, like, this is the best time for you to actually, you know, turn over a new leaf. And get started on that new project, that new passion, that new thing. The Fool card is really you. It's very Sagittarian energy, which means just taking that leap of faith. Let's see where it leads you. That extended reading link is below. I hope to see you there.